a really good benefit from these flexible workspaces is that it eliminates like long-term leases. You don't want to have to pay to rent a space for a long amount of time without knowing how things are going to go.
What up, what up, what up? What's happening? Que lo que miente. Welcome to Love, Purpose, and Passports. If all is well and all the passport ready, a passport getting ready. For those of you that don't know, I am Mr. Pro for you, living in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. I see who's here. Why do I look like that when I'm doing videos by myself? I mean, look at this. I mean, this guy wouldn't hurt a fly right here. I'm telling you, I don't even know who that dude is in those videos by himself. But I just smile so much when she's around. Who's here? This beautiful call center. What else we got? Outsourcing. We about to tell you about co-working spaces in the Dominican Republic. Lady of mine right here. Miss Pro for you.
Hi, everyone.
So how you doing today, Miss Pro?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much, mi amor. How are you today?
And every time I look over here and see this little fine thing I got right here, I'm doing good. Enjoying myself. What's going on, man? You better come out here. I tell you, better come out here. Find you one. So, this is about to be a good episode tonight. Mm-hmm. This is part 3. Mm-hmm. That's part 3 of our call center business opportunities in the Dominican Republic series. This one is going to be the best one yet. So, we told you about what? Call centers?
We spoke about call centers. We explained the difference between call centers and outsourcing. We talked about outsourcing. Mm-hmm.
Today, we're about to talk about something called co-work spaces. Mm-hmm. And you're about to enjoy it. Co-work spaces. What is a co-work space? Here's the thing. After we did those first 2 videos, and I mean, even before we did the first 2, I mean, we get a lot of questions from people interested in moving to the island. We get questions about people who want to know how to start a business on the island and what type of businesses they should start. And so a lot of times they don't know where to start. That's where we come in. Consultations, holla at us. Mm-hmm. LovePurposePassports@gmail.com. So again, in our last videos, we broke down the differences. We're about to add a new one to you. This one is a great look. This one has me excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to start like 2 or 3 businesses out here just off of this co-work space thing because I didn't know. I knew about them, but I didn't know about them. So beautiful lady of mine, after I've been rambling on, just yammering, tell us what a co-worker space is.
So exactly what he was saying. Sometimes we'll have conversations with people during the consultations and they want to maybe come to the DR and test it out. You know, they already have a business, but they want to come to the DR and they're not sure how to transition working here or bringing their business here, but living here at the same time. So what is a co-work space, right? A co-work space is basically just a shared work environment, right? There's 2 types of co-work spaces. Mm-hmm. There's spaces that are communal. Basically, it's a space that it's a work environment where a bunch of different professionals are in like the same location and they're sitting around each other and they're all working together in the same location. And then there's co-work spaces where you have like individual offices, right? Mm. They these co-work businesses, these co-work spaces, they typically they offer like the essential stuff. Like you get the desks and the high-speed internet, you'll get the meeting rooms, conference rooms. Sometimes they even offer cool stuff like, you know, coffee bars, or they'll have like event spaces. Mm-hmm. A lot of them offer like media rooms. Like if you're a podcaster or something and you need to you need a specific room where all the stuff is there.
YouTubers out there, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, look, it's something for everybody in these co-work spaces.
Right. So that's a good way to transition from where you're at to still be able to do everything that you do over there over here.
Nice, nice. When you said communal, that sounds like one of those places where the cults gather or something. You know, those communes or something. You know what they call?
A cult?
Anyway.
I don't think they have that there.
Co-working spaces are ideal for freelancers, remote workers, startups, and even established businesses looking for workspace options. So if you're planning on moving to the DR, which I know you are, and want to run your business while you're here, or even gradually transition your business to the DR, this could be a great solution for you to start.
You know, it's also a really smart move for startups, right? Let's say that you want to start a business in the DR. You just don't just want to bring your business over here. It's smart business. You know, the DR has seen steady rise in like the whole co-work spaces in the past couple of years. You know, with just growing entrepreneurial businesses and remote workers and, you know, people wanting that lifestyle where, you know, they can just travel and work from wherever. The market for co-working spaces is thriving, mi amor. It's incredible. Plus, you know, the DR has like a really good location. It's close to a lot of things. The culture is super attractive. The infrastructure that we have, and when I say infrastructure, I'm talking about, you know, the electricity and the internet and the fiber optics and all that good stuff that you need to make a business run. Is really optimal for those type of things. So those are two ways to look at co-working.
Now let's dive into two key possibilities. The first one is bring your business to a co-work space. So let's say you're thinking about relocating to the Dominican Republic and you're concerned about your business. Whether you're already running a company or you're looking to launch something new, co-work spaces offer a smart, low-risk way to establish your establish your presence in the Dominican Republic.
Because presidents need to be established too.
They do.
They do.
And you can establish. You got a president you need to establish. I'm telling you, the co-work space
is
has
the place to go to
you.
establish presidents. Okay. A really good benefit from these flexible workspaces is that it eliminates like long-term leases. You know, you don't want to have to pay to rent a space for a long amount of time without knowing how things are going to go. And it has all these heavy overhead costs. So by working in a co-space area, you really get to save money and try things out. You know, they basically provide all the services for you in one location without you having to figure out, well, where am I going to buy this, or where am I going to get that, or where am I missing things? You know, where do I go? And then you're figuring things out in the DR. So while you're figuring things out, it's good to have everything in one location, you know? And the good part about it is that they kind of have everything you need in one location. So like, let's say that you are a solopreneur, right? You have your one little business and you're working, but you need to have a conference or a meeting with 6 other people. Well, in the same co-work space, even though you're only renting a little space where you work from, you can tell them, well, Thursday at 7:00, I'm going to need a location for 10 people. And they have it all right there, and they'll set it up for you, and they'll prep, and they'll have everything done for you. And you don't need to go to different places or think about how you're going to put it together.
Right. Nice.
So that's a good benefit that has there.
You know what was my favorite benefit?
Okay.
For someone starting a business, you don't have to sign a long-term lease. You can pay as you go, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I like that one. That was like one of my favorite ones. Cause I'm like, no red tape. You just move in, pay, you know, and here's the thing. Some of you want to try to, you know, you have a business that you've been wanting to try. You want to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to start a bit. I mean, they're so inexpensive. You can start your business, or, you know, you may want to expand your business. But the thing is, the trial may not be in the business. The trial is in the business being here. And so, you know, because we're all trying to find a way to pay our bills while we're here.
Right.
And so with that, you're not signing a lease. You're like, what is it, like month to month or something like that?
Well, here's something really cool. You can pay monthly, you can pay weekly rates, or you can even pay hourly rates. Like say that you're going to be here for 3 days, but one of those days it needs to be a work day. You can legit just say, you know,
skip a day or something.
No, you can just say, I'm going to need Thursday from 5 to 12.
Oh, if you need some more time. Okay.
You just need like one day or something like that.
This thing is flexible.
So per hour, you know what I mean? You can do per hour, weekly, or monthly.
That's nice. That's one of my favorite benefits of this because, you know, it's kind of like hassle free.
what are the majority of the companies that are here in the DR using co-work spaces?
So we have some examples for you.
Uh-huh.
So recruitment and HR services.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's one.
Right.
Remote consulting, like life consulting, fitness consulting, love, purpose, and passports consulting, relationships, career, online business type of consulting or coaching. It's great for that. We have, what else do we have? We have virtual assistant, admin, service agency. What else? E-commerce, drop shipping or print on demand business. And our favorite, YouTube channel, content creation.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't need it yet, but I was already trying to figure out, how to lock one in for later on, we get a little bigger, we might want to, I don't know. I just like these co-work spaces.
He doesn't even know what we need it for. He just wants it. He just wants it.
It's just so nice and economical. I'm telling you, you find one, you're going to figure out a business to get you here. So what else we got, beautiful lady of mine? We got love for the homies that be rolling with us. Shout out to the supporters of the LPP channel. LPP fam. We appreciate y'all so much.
Thank
y'all
you.
Keep the channel floating. Mm-hmm. The first one, Senor clap back like my wife says.
Clap back.
Hey. Thank you for supporting the channel. We appreciate you. The next supporter of the channel, this is the OG. I mean, this dude right here, he just keeps us going. Victory.
Victor.
Of the channel.
We've been practicing his
Victory getting my accent right. Victory is the OG supporter of Love, Purpose, and Passports.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. We appreciate you. Back to the video.
There's a lot of other businesses that you see in the co-work space environment. There's a lot of import and export sourcing agents, right? I see a lot of language. I see all the time. I see a lot of language tutoring, right? Like I'll see teachers that will go to a co-work space and not just teaching languages, but those are the ones that I see. But you can basically teach anything. And I see that they can do online classes, but then if their customers are in the area or their students are in the area, they actually go visit them and they conduct the class there. And then like in their little office space, they kind of convert it into a classroom. And now they have a classroom and then they have the virtual classes and it's kind of back and forth, private classes, a group setting. They could even teach 4 or 5 different people. So I see a lot of that going on because I know that sometimes they want to come over here and they want to like teach online and they want to get busy or whatever. And that's really good.
Got your space, teach English.
Yeah. And basically anything that you can do online, like if you're into digital marketing, if you're doing, it's another big business that people are doing here. They're doing travel planning, the excursions,
like the travel agencies and stuff, right?
The travel agencies. That's that was the word that wasn't. That's a really big booming business. And I know that you can basically do that anywhere. But, sometimes people want to meet you. So now it's good that if you're doing business with someone, right, you can have a location where you can go and actually meet face to face. So that's another thing, too. It makes you look a little more reputable, a little more professional. Not everything is online. You guys can actually meet like an office setting or location, right?
Nice.
Freelancers, copywriting, translation services, all things of that nature that you can do remotely. Co-working is a space for you.
I'm gonna go. So now we to the good part. This is where the nitty meets the gritty. How much does it cost?
What is a nitty?
The nitty gritty.
Ah.
This is where the nitty meets the gritty. Co-working space costs. We know they vary depending on the size and factors like location, privacy level, shared versus private, including the amenities.
Right.
But here's the general idea of what you're going to pay for these prices. So this is membership pricing. So membership pricing, that's like you get a membership and then along the way you can kind of change your
well, they'll have memberships
like
and then the memberships will have tiers. And like, for example, you can get membership, and I'm just going to say A to say A. Membership A will include, you know, the location, the coffee thing, you know, one conference room, one this, one that. It'll be like a bunch of stuff that you have access to. And then membership B will have a different stuff you have access to. Membership D will be, so they have like tiers of stuff that you, depending on what you need, you know? So you can look at the memberships, or you can just do solo stuff, or, you know, they have like a list of things you need, and depending on what you need, will you get the best deal.
Okay, sounds good. So this is membership pricing. Monthly memberships range from $67 a month to $207 a month. You want one already, don't you? I'll tell you, $67 a month to $207 a month.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, it depends on what your needs are.
And the sizes and stuff, and how many people.
So then there's hourly co-working access, approximately $31 an hour per person. So you'd be better off, to me, getting the $67 a month, you know, or getting the $207 a month. But there's hourly too, if you need to go in there for a few hours every now and then. $31 an hour per person.
Right. So like we said, that they have different things that they offer, right? So they have like facility rentals and additional services. So like, for example, let's say that you are doing like TED Talk, like that, like conference, and you need a big, I want one of those so bad. They just look so cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I want one. Like, I think I'm just going to walk around and cook in the kitchen and have like my little microphone or something. And just, I want one so bad. Anyway, so you need an auditorium. Some of these places have auditoriums, and you can rent them ranging from $200 to $75 per hour. And then that'll include, obviously the parking for all the people that you're inviting, right? It'll include the staff. The staff will be like, you know, the people that are running your microphone, the people that are running, like, you know, the projector, the media, the lights, you know, smoke, right? So so the people that are handling the stuff. So that price includes all of that. Obviously, it varies by size, you know, the capacity of people that you have in the auditorium, everything. And then there's training rooms. So you have a business, you're hiring a bunch of new people. You need to train them for a week. You need a big training room. And, you know, the training room depends on the size and the setup. Like if you need a whiteboard, or if you need like one of those smart boards, or what you need in it, right? But it could go from like 70 to 88 per hour.
And they provide all that.
Yeah. You tell them what you need, and then depending on, you know, what they have is how much they will bill you for. But yeah, they provide all that. And then like if you need a meeting room, it'll be from like 70 also to $88. And then they have the larger size conference rooms. That's about $82 per hour or something. And then, like I said, this depends on where you're at. Because they have them all over the country. You know, they come from the capital all the way out to Punta Cana and around. So there's many.
Hey, I wonder if they have any that, like, say for instance, you get a membership in the capital. Do they have any like satellite stations where you can go in another part of the island?
Absolutely. There are several places that'll have a couple of different locations within the country. There are some that'll have like 3 or 4 locations in the capital, and then they'll have in other like that same place will have other locations further out,
maybe in Punta Cana or something.
Exacto. So yeah, and then like if you have a membership, that membership you'll be included in like all of those locations where they're at, like a gym membership, like that.
Nice.
Some of these places have gyms, and there's
gyms
one that I googled that has a yoga, like a location for you to do yoga
studio in there.
It does have a yoga studio, and they said that they're pet friendly. Pet friendly.
I don't like those.
We have 2 parrots, and I would like to co-work with my parrots one day. Okay, why not?
Yeah. So they have them pet friendly. You got some pets you want to bring through? Let them post up while you're working.
They're disrespectful. They would kick us out. Like my parents are not friendly. They're disrespectful. So I don't know if it will work, but I would like to.
She'd like to try. So now the second possibility, we talked about bringing your business here, but what if you want to open a co-work space? So this one is about launching a co-work space. We're going to tell you about that. If you're an entrepreneur looking for a smart, scalable startup idea, this is the one for you. Starting a co-work space, opening a co-work space. that might be the move. Here's why. It's a hot opportunity in the DR because, like we told you, these things are coming up everywhere now.
Yeah.
Number one, predictable income and easy to scale. Co-working spaces run on memberships, daily, weekly, or monthly, giving you a steady recurring revenue stream. Plus, you can scale easily by offering tiered plans, private offices, and premium services.
Another benefit is that it has lower startup costs, right? Unlike traditional offices, the co-working spaces are shared. So it'll be like you only have to purchase the internet for like the location, as opposed to if you were to have an office building, you'd basically have to get different internet for everyone, right? But this is a shared internet. They have shared printers. They have the shared coffee. They have shared stations. So the overhead cost stays really low, and you don't need a massive space, right?
It's like full service.
Yeah, if you think of the smart layouts, you know how sometimes they'll have like that smart those smart desks that you could switch and you could move to multiple different ways to like maximize space. It'd be a lot easier for you. You can even start with just a small and medium sized location, and they're still really big profit makers.
A third benefit is growing demand. The DR has seen a rise in expats, digital nomads, and remote workers, all looking for flexible workspaces. Many foreign entrepreneurs also need a professional setup while getting their business off the ground.
And he saw how much it cost, and now he wants to be in a pro workspace. So
we are one of those expats. We are one of those digital nomads, and we're one of those remote workers. Let's get it. Don't know what I'm using for yet, but I know I want one.
So another really good benefit is that you have many ways to make money from one co-workspace, right? You're not just renting out desks, right? Another way to make revenue other than renting out desks is you can have dedicated desks, private offices, the meeting rooms, the conference rooms. One cool thing that I like about the co-working spaces is that they host networking events. So like if you have a co-work space, right? And in the co-work space, you have 50 professionals, and they all do, things from different fields of I don't know, different things that they do or whatever. You host networking events where they all get together and meet each other, and everyone is kind of talking about what they do, and you're meeting new people, and you're understanding how things are going in the island. And those networking events are always really successful in the co-working space. So you can make money doing that. You also have a lot of people in the co-work area, and you know what they're working on and what they're doing. So you can offer them, like you can gather information on what you think they might need, and you can offer them workshops, So that's another thing that you can do. Not only do you offer networking events, but you could offer workshops to the people that are in your co-working things. You have the virtual office services. You can offer just day passes. You can even offer admin support. So like if you're in the co-work space and you need to have a meeting with 6 people, and the 6 people are all coming in, and you can go to the secretary that's there. You say, hey, I need these 6 people that are coming in. I need you to help, when they get here, could you just usher them in and whatever, and, kind of help get them ready and prepared or whatever. So they offer admin services too. So it's not like it's just you by yourself. You have like a secretary and
you have
things
like
available
a team
for
in
you.
there ready to,
you have things available
provide services and everything that you charge them for,
exactly. Right? Sometimes they offer, many of them will offer like transportation services. So like if not that they'll have the transportation service, but they'll help you set it up. So like, let's say that same thing, you have a conference or a meeting, and those 6 people are coming in, and they might need transportation to get from the airport or from wherever they're coming from. You can go to the secretary and say, hey, I need you to help me set up transportation for this day, for these people, for whatever.
And we have our go-to transportation people, right?
Exactly. Right. And then they'll have like their connections to help you set all of that up too. Sometimes they have fitness studios, right? They had like a chill yoga thing that I saw that I really liked. And they'll have the video studios, photo studios, perfect for people that are YouTubers and in that sector. or even people that are just doing marketing. Sometimes you take your own pictures and you need a photo studio.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have that set up there for
you. That's nice.
Yeah, so you don't have to travel with all your stuff. The stuff will already be there. So a lot of good things that they offer. A lot of different ways for you to make money by offering those services, and they all have fees for that. So every time you offer something, it's an additional fee that you're charging.
Right.
So this is the perfect answer for all of those. So all of the people that we speak to during the consultations that are looking to come to the DR, they don't know if they want to be here permanently, but they know that they have things that they're doing in the U.S. that they can't leave behind. This is good for your transition trial phase. You know, if you're not sure how long you're going to stay or what you're going to and how you're going to be able to, this is good for you to come in and kind of get yourself situated, right?
It is.
And then, you know, you might even get something a little more long term there too, depending on how it goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so interesting, and I mean, it's such an opportunity because that's the question. That's how many people said to us, "Well, I kind of was looking towards starting a business out there, but I'm just not sure what yet."
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So
we spend our times in consultations all the time.
Always trying to figure it out. Now you know. Now you have it the setup. Now all you got to do is just make the decision and pull the trigger because it's here and it's set up for you. This is I'm telling you. I told you I already want to get like 3 of them. Just have them on hold. And we're gonna do something with them. I don't know. We're gonna do something with them.
I'm okay with the pet friendly one.
Like if
look,
she already wants
to go to the pet friendly one. That's fine.
I already want the one to get this YouTube expanded. So we're gonna figure it out. But even more than us figuring it out, we're gonna help you figure it out. Again, shoot us an email. We can do a consultation and get you together. But these business opportunities here, we've given you 3. We've talked about, and I'm sure there'll be a part 4, but we've talked about call centers. We've talked about outsourcing. Now we're giving you the co-work space. You can really make it happen out here. Hope you enjoyed the video. We don't know how long this was. It could have been an hour. It could have been 30 minutes, but we know for sure it wasn't 5 minutes like we always try to do.
Never happens.
But what we will ask you to do that we always forget until the end is like
and subscribe.
Love, Purpose, and Passports.
Gracias.
Peace.
Bye.